Radio storytelling, the ragpicker mother and her son the doctor. Hello there. Today I want to tell you a story. Not one that begins under bright lights or grand stages, but one that begins in a garbage dump. Each early morning, when the city still sleeps, a woman silently pushes an old creaky cart through alleyways, digging through bags of trash for scrap metal, paper, plastic bottles. That woman is Miss Home, a single mother. She had no husband by her side, no relatives to rely on, and no stable job. But she had a son, Minh, and to her, Minh was everything. Their life was a long, winding road paved with poverty, fatigue, and the pitying looks of strangers. Many days their meal was just boiled vegetables dipped in salt, one boiled egg split in half, eaten inside a 9-square-meter rented room with cracked floors and damp, peeling walls. But in that tiny room, there was a broken desk propped up with bricks, a flickering secondhand bulb, and a little boy studying by heart. Every page, every chemical formula, every essay about his dream of becoming a doctor. No one believed a ragpicker mother could raise a child to become a university student, let alone in the medical field, expensive and demanding as it is. But Home believed. She didn't need to say it aloud. Her eyes, every time she looked at her son, said it all. I have nothing to give you but my sacrifices, but I believe you'll go further than I ever dreamed. On rainy nights, she came home drenched, her hands cut by broken glass, too exhausted to stand, yet still smiled and said, "Did you study well today? I got some used textbooks from Auntie Tom." Minh was a top student. He won a citywide chemistry competition. But the day he got accepted into the prestigious University of Medicine and Pharmacy, he and his mother cried. Not out of joy, but worry. Tuition fees, dorm rent, textbooks, how would they afford it? Miss Home had no answer, but she wouldn't let herself give up. She took on dishwashing jobs at night, traveled more than 10 kilometers to scavenge at construction sites, and picked recyclables until midnight. Minh began working part-time, tutoring, waiting tables, studying whenever he could. There were days they only saw each other for 10 minutes, exchanged a few words, then went back to their battles. One day, their story was featured on an inspirational TV show. The host asked Miss Home, "Are you embarrassed to say you're a rag picker?" She smiled. "I pick trash, but I never pick apart my son's dreams." That petite woman didn't know flowery words, didn't quote philosophy, but each of her words struck a chord in every heart listening. The day Minh graduated from med school, he invited his mother on stage to receive the diploma with him. She wore an old owl dye. Her hands trembled as she took the certificate. Minh bowed his head and said, "I am a doctor today, thanks to my mother, the rag picker." The entire auditorium stood in applause, not just for the title, but for the greatness of a mother's love. Later, Minh founded a scholarship named after her, the Home Rag Picker Fund, to help underprivileged students who still dared to dream. He and his mother traveled to rural schools, telling children about days they ate watery rice porridge, about nights studying under a dim bulb, about how love can light up even the darkest room. He told the kids, "My mom picked trash, but she never threw away hope, and because of her, I learned no one is too poor to dream." You know, some mothers don't know how to say sweet things. They don't know how to use smartphones, or send emails, or browse Google, but they know how to wake up before dawn, how to work hard, and how to love their children more than life itself. They know how to save every coin, how to wash their child's torn shoes by hand, how to go hungry so their kids can eat, how to smile even when their hearts are breaking. Miss Home's story is no fairy tale, it's real. And maybe out there right now, there are thousands of mothers just like her, quietly surviving one hard day after another, just to give their children a chance at a better life. If today you feel tired, if you feel like giving up, think of Miss Home. Remember that even in a garbage dump, a flower can bloom. Even with calloused hands, a mother can cradle a dream, because a mother's love, in any form, under any condition, is still the most miraculous thing this world has to offer. You've been listening to Touched by the Heart, a radio show of inspiring true stories. May your day be peaceful, and remember, every mother is a hero.